Okay, we just started with creating indexes, right? So we
Yeah.
now in today's class, we will just see how to create the document in Elasticsearch, and we will just keep going with the other steps. Okay, how
Sure.
to create the documents and how to delete it, how to update it. Let's see how to get those parts. Okay. So the last command, just to rephrase for what topics we discussed in the last class. Last class we just discussed two commands. That these are the two following: get cat indices, which just returns the list of indices present in the system. Right now, today morning I just deleted all the what is it called chapter content inside the ELK stack to make a fresh one. So there is only with the Kibana they have only Kibana index is present. There is no other index is present. Clear, right?
Yeah,
Now
clear.
let's try to have another cluster setup up and running. One sec. Let me just start the cluster.
So I have a question here, Hari. So to
Yes.
clear, I mean to see the indices. So
Uh-huh.
in that command next to the indices, why is that question mark?
Very good question. If you just remove the question mark, you don't get to see the heading names. I'm just running this command. You don't see the heading name, right? It's just like without any head or tail, you don't get to have much information like what is being displayed to the user. But if you use the question mark v, which v stands for the verbose, like any Linux command, there's an option called v, so which gives the elaborate message saying that what is it really happening here. Now it gives. Can you see the difference, right? The question
Yes.
mark, what is the difference? If you just look in the internet, you just see the cat indices command, you don't get a chance to see the question mark. But nonetheless, the question mark command will work only for the management API. For other APIs it doesn't work. Only for management API you get to see this option. Clear?
Yeah, clear. That's what I was entering that command just indices and I was not able to see that headers. So
Okay.
that's where I got doubt.
Okay. And I'm also issuing one more command. Can you see now?
Yes.
The first line cat slash node. Now I have like two nodes in today morning. I had one more session where I had to form the cluster. So I thought to destroy the cluster, but why not to show you before I destroy? Maybe later in the class also we will just see how to create the cluster and how to do the stuff. But to give the essence of the field, how the cluster formation will happen, this how it would look like. Do you see here right now? I have like two laptop one and laptop two. So these two laptops together form me a cluster called Hari Stage 1. So this is my cluster information, okay? If you just say cluster slash cat, and if you just say maybe node attribute, you will get to see what are the different kind of plugins being installed here. And I just want to show you one more thing. Cat health, yeah. You see the health over here?
Yes.
Again here, just if you add the question mark 3, let's see whether it works. Now, do you see the difference now, right? After
Yeah.
adding the question mark, you get to see the complete information. Like it gives the epoch time, and the normal timestamp. What is my cluster name and the cluster status? Why is the cluster status being set to in this way? Total number of nodes are two. Node.data is equal to two, like number of data node, and shard is one, and primary shard reallocated, initialize, unassigned, pending, and these are the information. Active shard percentage. So this gives you the complete information. Do you remember, right? I said the information saying that by default the configuration of whenever you create an index in Elasticsearch, the default configuration is shards. Primary shard is one and replica shard is one. Last time we had a problem. Do you remember, right? Last time we
Yes.
had a problem saying that whenever we create a shard, it was in the yellow status. Now let's see whether it is still in yellow status or not. I'm just issuing the same command called put Vinod slash Vinod to create the cluster. Done. I'm just checking the cluster health again. Now do you see the Vinod cluster, right?
Yeah.
So now the cluster is now both will be visible from the other IP and this IP also. My other instance is running on this IP. I'm just opening this IP here. 10.0.1.13.19.200. Let me check the IP address once. It's 14 or 13. If config is 13 for sure. Why it is not able to? Okay, okay. You see here, right? Now laptop. This is I just opened for this machine also. Localhost core 9200.
Yeah. So I have a question here, Harry.
Yeah.
So that's
Yes,
what
sir.
like when I tried to install Kibana, I got the errors saying that live connection and the connection refused from Elasticsearch. So
Okay.
what I did is I went to Kibana YAML file in the configuration and I put this IP address 192.168 and then it started working. So this localhost 9200 and the 192 dot this IP address is there, right? So both are same or
Aha, this is a different machine altogether. Let me just get you the IP, exact IP itself. 192.168.1.3, I guess. Let me check what is IP of this machine. 1 second. If config, it's 1.4. So they are like two different instances. Vinod, you see here, right? It's 1.4 and 113. What I'm just saying here is I created cluster from both these nodes, from 13 as well as 4. Clear?
yeah, clear.
So these are two independent machine altogether. No confusion here, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So one more question, like you said, in Kibana you are not able to access the. You had the problem of live connection, right?
Yes.
Is it due to that your Kibana Elasticsearch is running in a different machine and your Kibana is running in a different machine?
So I mean like no, I mean same mission.
Then you should not have that problem, Vinod, for sure. If it is running in same machine, then you both will have default pointer to 9200 and this should work. There could be some other issue, I guess. By default, it should work for you. If within same machine, the default configuration should work without much problem for you.
Here I changed this IP address.
Open your Elasticsearch YML file. I just want to see. Just okay. Is your Elasticsearch is running now?
Yes, it is running.
Can you please go to your browser and type localhost 9200? So, okay. Now go back to your Kibana YML file. Yeah, it's everything commented out. I think it should work now. Now, can you start Elasticsearch? Can you start Kibana now?
Yeah, yeah, actually not working. Earlier, so this IP address is different.
Sorry.
Here, so right now it is up and running. Okay. So
So, is the current configuration is what you're showing me, or is it you changed something on this in this area?
yeah, I installed that Elasticsearch and I tried to install Kibana and I got live connection error issues. So after that, what I did is I googled it and solution is what I did is uh, file in Kibana, I put this address. Earlier it was different address, IP address.
Okay.
Then it started working.
Is the line okay? My thing, what I'm trying to propose here is the line what you're showing me, right?
Yes.
Hello? The line is already commented out. It's not will not have any effect. Even if it have some dummy values over here, it will not have any effect. Reason is, or Elasticsearch.host file is being commented out. Only if you remove the pound symbol, you see the hash symbol here, right? Before you see, only if you remove that line, your line will come into the effect, or else doesn't have any effect on the system altogether.
Oh, is it?
So your Kibana started without any problem. Maybe it took some time, I believe. I think it started without any problem.
Okay. Yeah, I thought maybe I have changed it here and then it started working. So I thought maybe, yeah,
No, no, no. Why? Because you have the pound symbol initially, right? That is like only if you remove that line and if you enable it, it will start working. Until this, there is no effect on that line.
yeah. Okay, Hari, got it.
Perfect. Okay, I'm sharing my screen back. Now let's start creating documents inside that. Now we have the document called Vinod. So let's try to insert some values inside that. So to do that, I'm just using the command called post slash the index name Vinod, and I'm just saying this is a type. So which is like similar to the table over here, and my document ID. I'm just saying name of Vinod. Maybe I'm just saying country is USA. So this is the piece of information I'm going to index. You are clear till this point, right?
Yes.
I'm just issuing the command, and issuing the command, my getting a response back from the user saying that this is the index it got stored, the underscore Vinod, and the type is equal to underscore doc, and the version number ID document ID is one, and the version is also one. I just explained by one, but you get the whole idea here. Just you get the whole idea here, right? It's been done. Only if you just see the option called result equal created, now it ensures that your document is created into Elasticsearch. Clear, right?
Yes, clear, Hari.
Okay. Now let's try to return the same document. Get slash Vinod slash underscore doc and slash one. I'm trying to return the same document from the back from the system. Do you see the result over here?
Yeah.
Perfect. Let me update this document from USA to India. Let me see, update is there. Yeah. I'm just changing the name to Vinod, document ID 1. And what is the field I'm going to modify is the country. I'm just changing to India. How do you see the option it says here, right? It got updated. Now let's return the document again from the system. You see here, right? Earlier it was like Vinod and USA. Now the country got updated to India. Do you see the difference here?
Yes.
Now let's delete the document. Delete slash Vinod slash underscore doc and slash one. Now the command got issued and you are getting a message saying that it's got deleted. Now if you go and return back the same document, see what happened here. Now it clearly says that document found equal to false because system is not able to identify the document from the whole corpus. You are clear till this point, right?
I have a question. So regarding with that update command.
Mm-hmm.
So you are updating the document, right? So after
Yes.
that, you initialize that object and then that script and that thing you have written it or
It's a syntax, Vinod. So this syntax goes back to something called losing. I was saying about the losing, right?
Yeah,
If you just mainly Google about the CTX in Elasticsearch, you don't get a clue about what the CTX is about. You don't get a even chance to see what the CTX is about. It all goes back to CTX. All goes to the losing one.
but
For
this is
some
the
reason,
standard command, right?
they,
To update it
sorry,
document.
sorry, what does it say?
I mean, like this is the standard command to update anything in the document.
Yeah, this is the standard command to update document. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Let's start understanding one by one. So now you're clear at how to insert the document, how to retrieve it, how to update it, and how to delete it. So you're aware of these four commands now, right?
Yes, sir.
Now let's go deeper into the first command itself. So I'm just issuing the same command with the Vinod. I'm just inserting back. I'm also inserting one more document with my name to have a better look and feel. And we'll just change to and just change to India. So I'm inserting document 1, inserting document 2. Now on your right hand side, you are getting a response back from the system saying that whatever document we got inserted now, the document called Vinod got created. You see here, right? It
Yes.
clearly indicates that document got created. So this yeah, gives you the idea that there was no problem while creating the document. And you get to see the meta information. What is the index name here? What is the index it got inserted? And what is that type name it got inserted? And what is the document ID it got inserted? So these three meta information you are clear, right?
Yes.
Any confusions? Okay. Now, do you see something called version? So the version in Elasticsearch is used to do a auditing by used for auditing purpose. What kind of auditing purposes? Like if a document has undergoing like lot of changes from the start. Let's say day one, your account balance is $100. Day two is 200, and day three is 300. If you are storing such information in Elasticsearch, what will happen is your version will be get incremented to 3. That's the whole idea. If I just want to update the same document here, I'm just using the same command here. Just observe what happened over here. Instead of Harinath India, I'm just changing the comma and I'm just adding the one more name called Tamil Nadu, and let's see what happens now. Now, do you see the content got instead of being the same insert command to insert the document as search? Now, do you see the difference here, right? Now it clearly says it's got result got updated. Do you see the difference here?
Yes.
And the important thing what I just want you to look over is the version. Earlier version was one for the same document ID. Now after inserting with the one more information piece of information, now my version got updated to 2. But you might ask question, is it possible for me to have a view of whatever things changed in my past? Let's say earlier my document was India, now it's the India, Tamil Nadu. If you want to get kind of a difference like structure, it is not possible with Elasticsearch. It will just give you the number of times document got updated or get transformed. Clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. And the result one you understood whether it's created or has been updated. And the next JSON structure deals about the shards. So what are the total number of shards is 2, and successful is 1, and failed equal to 0. So it everything got properly initialized and you are good to go. That's what it wholly indicates. Clear, right?
So what is successful one means?
Successful one means it was able to create what is it called? A primary shard was able to create without much problem. Primary shard got initialized without any issue. That's what the whole idea is here.
Okay.
Clear, right?
Yes, sir.
And the sequence number and primary terms we will discuss a little later. That will be quite confusing one to understand. We will take it up a little later. Okay. So now you understood, right? So how to create a document. Now I'm just showing you one more different flavor of creating document here. Just using the same post command, Vinod and underscore doc, opening it and just saying name is colon Trump, and just saying the country USA. So, what is the difference you see from the document which we created earlier and document what we created now? You see any difference here?
So you're not specifying the that number.
Okay, I didn't specify the document ID. If you
Document.
have seen in the Oracle or any database management system, there is some concept, something called the primary key. Hope you are aware of that concept, right?
Yeah, Hari.
So primary key or some unique ID which we use to distinguish across different rows or entries in the database. You are with me till this point, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Likewise, you can also provide your document ID for each and every document whichever you insert into the Elasticsearch system. That's what we see for the name called Harinath and Vinod. But the good practice in Elasticsearch is to allow the system to define or obtain the document ID on its own. This is a good design pattern. What I'm just saying here, you should allow system to generate the document ID on its own. Now you might ask a question, why it's so that I have to allow the system to create the document ID on its own. We will try to understand that area now. I'm just wanted to create one more document. This document ID seems to be a very random number, but we just explore it now. Now just see this part. I'm just adding a word called Barak, inserting the system. Now we have a total of four documents. One is your Vinod Harinath, and we just have Trump and Barack. Now let's try to return the all four documents. Now I'm just running the select star command what we used to do in SQL, right? Similarly, I'm just saying select slash Vinod slash underscore doc underscore search. Do you see these four commands over here? See four is four documents on your right hand side.
Yeah.
See, you have Vinod USA, Hinath India, Tamil Nadu, and you have two document ID here. I'm just taking this document ID here for, I'm just copying it to my left hand side. Copy. Can you find some similarity between these two document ID? There is, I'm just saying there's a pattern exists in these two document ID. Can you find what is this document ID consist of? Can you find any pattern over here?
So after Y, it will be same until that 6. And then after that again it's 4 digits.
Yeah. So you see there's some pattern exists in the ID being created, right? Do you agree with me?
Yes.
So the because why I said right, you should allow Elasticsearch to determine the document ID on its own. There's a very important reason behind the scene. When you allow the system to determine the document ID on its own, system creates a document ID such a way that it knows that where is a particular document resides. It knows a proper mapping. Whatever you see might look like a random number, but this number or the document ID consists of four important things: the timestamp, what is the node name, and what is the shard the data is present, and what is the type of data, and what is the mission, how to reach the mission in a faster way. These four data combined together form like a mathematical function or hash function. This hash function is returned back to you. That is why you get to see this info, the behavior like this is behavior like this. You're clear, right?
Yes, Hari. So in real time, we are not going to specify that the document ID.
You are not it's good to that you are not should not specify document ID. In case if you have that requirement saying that you have to specify the ID for a given document, you can insert as a field itself. Like we used to do the primary key, right? Instead of specifying document ID on the whole, we can specify something of this sort. I'll just show you like what is I'm trying to convey here. Like we have this information, right? I'm just creating one more document here. Maybe let's say what called Modi, and I just want to use the document ID here. ID called 10, comma, and country India. Instead of giving the document ID at the top, you can give it as inside this part, so that you don't but what is it called, the create any anti-design pattern in the system. Do you see here, right? But when you return the document back again, it is able to process the ID without much problem. If you see the word called Modi, yeah, you see the Modi here, right? It
Yeah,
can hold the document ID inside it. This is the best way to create the document. Hope you are clear, right?
yeah, clear, Hari.
Great. And now let's try to understand. We now clear with the post command. So we found two ways to create the document. One is without the document ID and with document ID. And the next command what we saw is to go select star command, like underscore search without any command is like a select star statement in Elasticsearch. Clear, right? So next command, what we just saw, the post command. The post command is used to update the document structure. So now let's try to understand the in details about the post command over here. Now you see something called post underscore doc one underscore update. Here, first I'm just specifying the document, the index name and the type name. I'm just specifying these two entities. And third I'm just specifying the document ID here. What is the document ID here? And I'm using something called underscore update. So underscore update command is used to specify Elasticsearch that I'm going to do the update operation. Yeah, we are just done with this point. And this is the line where people get confused. So script CTX are the syntax in order to go inside that. But what makes it so interesting is you see something called underscore source here, right?
Yeah.
Can you find where is the word called underscore source over here?
Sorry, Hari.
Can you find whether you are able to find the word called underscore source in the right hand side?
Yes, yes. I mean, in many places.
Yeah. So wherever there is document that you've been created, there is something called underscore source. This is where Elasticsearch stores the data actually. So you have all this meta information. After the meta information, in order to indicate that this is the user defined data or user insert data, they have something called underscore data underscore source. By this only they identify whether the data, this is the user data. Clear, right?
Yes.
I'm just opening the what is it called, the dev tools. I think you are able to see my dev tools also, right?
Uh, no,
Wait,
Hari.
let me attach it to the bottom. What about now?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just want to create a JSON document here. A equal to, this JSON. Okay. Second, A equal to JSON dot parse. Okay, we don't have to care about this. Just check it out. So you're clear to this point, right?
Yes, Hari.
So the underscore source actually trying to convey you saying that underscore dot ID, or if you want to change any of the values information, you just have to use something called underscore dot country. This is where they using a this traversal. So like the reason I just why I want you to show the dev tools here is like I thought to open the some JSON document for you. Uh, Traditionally or by standard, in order to access the inner child or the child element in JSON document, they keep a dot and they access here. So now if you carefully see, source.country is able to modify the this information. If I just want to modify this document, I'm just changing document ID from 1 to 10, and I'm just changing ID to maybe to 11. Okay. Okay. Document ID is something different. Yeah. You understand what is the reason for this error?
Document missing exception 404, right? So
I made a mistake in this command. Can you find and try to find what is the bug I did here, or what is the mistake I did?
okay. So on the top, you given that number is 10 and you are
Hello. Hello.
yeah, Hari.
You can. What does it say? You said we know.
You're talking about in the, for this error, right?
Hello. I cannot able to hear you, Vinod, properly.
So what about now?
Yeah, it's fine. You spoke
So
something, Vinod.
yeah, Hari. So in that command,
Uh
you
huh.
specified, I mean, the document ID is 10.
Okay. Is that the problem you think?
Uh,
Document ID is, document ID is not 10 here, right?
sorry.
Document ID is something different over here. Do you see the document ID is something V77? It's not 10.
Yeah, yeah,
I should give the V's 10 over here instead of document 10. I thought it should be same, but document, this is the document ID. This is the ID for the inside the data here. So I'm running this command now. You can see here, right? It's properly got updated. When you run the command back again, you should be able to see this result. Do you see the difference now?
yeah, Hari.
You understood, right? What is happening behind the scene here, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like the underscore source, it's actually trying to indicate that what is the data inserted by the user. If you want to access the respective column, dot underscore source, and you get the value here underscore source dot id underscore dot name. So this information will be written back to you. That's the whole idea.
Yeah, Hari.
Yeah. Any questions till this point?
Sorry, I got it.
Sorry.
Yeah, yeah, I got it, Hari.
Any question? No question. Right? Do you have any questions? If you want, we can
Hmm.
jump to next chapter.
Think I'm clear.
Okay. Shall we go to next chapter?
Yes.
Perfect. So next chapter we will be dealing with Python to interact with the system. So to in order to begin with Python, I'll just give you like small 10 to 15 minutes of basics Python. Okay, let's opening the Python shell, Python 3. So if you install Python in your machine, so for next class, can you install Python in your laptop? Vinod? Can you? Is it possible for you to install?
Yeah, yeah, sure, Hari.
Yeah, please install Python in your laptop, Python 3, as well as install PyCharm editor. Okay, can you do it these two by for next class?
Yeah, sure.
Great. So, like, I'll just give you like a very basics in Python. So, Python is an interpreted language as well as a compiled one. This might be a confusing statement for many people. I heard that Python is an interpreted language. How do you say the compile? Once if you do a proper interpretation and get the job, you can also get the compiled versions from Python if you have the whole file all together. That is also possible. That's a different story here. And the reason why Python is popular compared to other languages are the following. Python, there is a less grammar usage. What I mean by grammar usage is, if you want to learn a new language, the first thing you have to learn is you have to start learning the characters on the word. Do you agree with me, right? You have to
Yeah.
understand if I say a word called hello, what is the meaning for it? If I say called world, what is the meaning for it? So once you by daily basis, if you start learning these stuff, over a period of time, you will start learning a language altogether. For in case if you take a language like Java or Scala or some other different language, number of different keywords as well as the usage becomes very complex. If you start understanding grammar, it becomes very complex. But in case of Python, number of words or number of keywords which you need to understand itself is very small. That's a very one of the interesting feature how why the system is very why Python is very very popular. Grammar of a language has a different concept altogether, but that is one of the reason. Second reason is it has like wide amount of library support. Like for if you take for any machine learning or any deep learning part or any standard visualization, everything all as a library. They all written library in Python. So anyone coming to this language, they don't have to implement something on their scratch. Everything is written previously. They just have to start using it by including importing the library. So those are the two benefits I see. This Python is very popular to compare to other language. Clear, right?
Yeah, clear.
Okay. Let's start by creating a variable here. Now let's say name equal to Vinod. So on my left hand side you have the variable name called name. On your right you have the variable value itself, which is called the Vinod. So you have these two pieces of information. So I'm just entering it. Now if I just say print, print is used to display the value stored in the variable name. After entering it, we get to see the name called Vinod, right?
Yeah.
So let's try to have something, let's do a basic mathematical operation. A equal to 10, B equal to 20, C equal to A plus B. What will happen now?
So it should give the result 30.
Yeah, if you print it, print C. See now it makes your life much easier. Now you can do the normal string operation. You can do your integer operation. Likewise, you can also do it for your floating point 3.14 and print pi. If you do such thing, the value 3.14 will be printed to the user. We can check the type of each variable what we declared. Print of A will change the type of integer. Type of pi will just give you double if I'm not wrong. Yeah, float. And type of name will return is a string str object. Do you see the three type inferred here, right?
Yes, sir.
If you are doing the same stuff using C or C++, you have to do something called int a equal to 10, int b equal to 10, or if you're working with Java means you have to say string name equal to Windows. You just have to follow this convention. But you see here, right? Python, you don't have to specify the type of the variable what you declare. This is also one reason why Python becomes very popular among the people. You don't have to remember like lot of type. Based on the right hand side, compiler itself can be smart enough to understand what is the type you are entering into the system. Hope you are clear right till this point.
Yeah, clear.
Great. Now we understood how to do the basic assignment operation, as well as we did the what is it called, the mathematical operations in the Python. Now let's try to create a function. You understand what is a function, right?
Yeah, Hari.
Functions are the group of statement which you want to accomplish a task. Now my group of statement is sum. I just want to add two numbers, and the arguments are a comma b, and I'm just saying keeping a colon, and I'm just have to keep a tab because Python is an Indian specific language. There is no curly braces like Java or Python, Java or C++. It's an Indian specific. You don't have to specify the curly bracket, but you have to specify the colon alone, the tab space. Now you just have to say return a plus b, entering back. Now if I supply the value called sum 10 comma 15, now it doesn't return me any, it returns me value 25. Do you see the value got returned here, right?
Yes.
Clear, right, how the function really works over here.
Yes, Hari.
Important thing you have to understand is, like I am creating function with a keyword called def, and using the function name as equal to sum, and the argument what I'm passing is comma a comma b. So these are the two argument I'm just passing over here, and keeping a colon. After keeping colon, I'm just using a tab space to go to the give it what is it called, alignment or just indentation, because Python is an Indian specific language. So after doing so, I'm able to return the content. Hope you're clear to this point, right?
Yeah.
Great. Can you see this these lines?
Yep.
Do you understand what is happening over here? Try to take it slowly. No, nothing urgent. Try to take it very slowly.
Okay. So I think here we are starting the Elasticsearch. I mean, like we are running it, running the server, so that we are providing the required inputs, that host, port, those details.
Basically,
And
like if you're coming from a JDBC stuff, you have to connect the JDBC driver to the database, right?
right,
Same operation I'm doing on the line number 7. So the line number 1 or the line number 2, what I'm trying to do here is I'm just importing the Elasticsearch. I'm importing the required Elasticsearch module into my machine, and then on line 4 and 5, I've created a variable name called host and port. Just the variable name, nothing much. On line number 7, I've just created an object for the Elasticsearch. Like if you want to create the JDBC, you will initialize the connection. Similarly, I'm just creating the Elasticsearch here, the object. I'm just passing what is the host or the port number I need to look onto it. After that, I'm just calling the command called cat indices. Now, do you see here, right? Cat indices one, what we did using the, what is it called? The Kibana and DevTool, we did right same command, the query DSL. That the equivalent in the Python is es.cat indices. Hello?
yeah, Hari.
Clear, right? But you might ask the question where I found this es.cat indices the right option. I'm just opening Python client Elasticsearch. I'm just opening the official Python documentation for Elasticsearch. Here, if you just click on the API or the API help, API documentation, here they would have given the complete information where to look for each information. If you just want to say cat indices, do you see here? See, they are saying how to analyze the indices, how to get the content, everything comes over here. So by this only I was able to refer from this part, and I'm just creating this Python program. ls-ltr just returns the document in the given folder in the reverse order. Now I need to execute the program es.searching. Let me just cat it. Yes, this is the program. What we're gonna execute now. Python 3 es searching.py. Now do you see the response over here?
Yeah.
There is no requirement saying that in order to interact with the system, we have to have Kibana. Even if we have any programming language support, whatever result you are screen on the screen can be executed in the programming level itself. That's why they are able to create any UI system based on the language of your choice. See, earlier we had Kibana, now we are able to work with Python. Tomorrow, if you ask me, we can also work with Scala. That's the power of the REST API. Clear, right? How does it's working now?
Oh, yeah, I got it. I mean, like, so you're proving here that it is supporting with, I mean, like multiple languages, and instead of Kibana, we can use any language to see the same thing.
Yeah, true, exactly. Now let's see how they are indexing it. Now let's try to see VI. Now do you see this line over here?
Yeah.
You have any confusions here? Can you just go through it slowly? Nothing complex here, just the same stuff, but there's a quite small differences you will see. This file, what I'm just showing here is for indexing the document into the Elasticsearch. I'm basically trying to index the document over here. You understood here? You understand any point here over here?
That es dot index, that thing, right?
Yeah, I'll just explain what is happening here. Line number 1, like we are importing the required package into the Python program. In line number 3, I'm just saying here, I'm just gonna create the object over here. Next, I'm just initialize the variable, nothing much, just the initialization. I did nothing over here. By default, All connections, whatever you make from the Python program, will point to localhost 9200 only by default. And now I've just created a JSON dictionary. Now we earlier created something called name equal to Trump, and we say that country equal to what is it called, the USA, right? Likewise, I just created something called name equal to Kumar. Instead of name equal to Kumar, I'm just saying name equal to Harinath, and version, let's say the current version is 7.5, and just saying this is just third session. I'm just saying that type is not required. Maybe type is not, let's say underscore doc. I made this part, and this line, I'm just making the Elasticsearch to understand, saying that es.index. What is the index? I have to store this data, and what's the document type and the body of the data. The whole JSON data we saw here, we see here, right? The whole JSON data comes over here. I'm just saving this file. I just want to execute it. Python es.searching.py. Now, okay, not searching, it's index.py. Sorry, it said it's fine. So now I created a data with the session 03. Let's say whether we run the cat indices, we should be able to get it. Can you see here?
Yeah, Hari.
You are clear to this point, right?
Yeah. So I mean, like whatever we did the operations using Kibana, we are doing with Python.
Exactly. And likewise, I just want to open you and show you the searching operation also. Now, do you see the? I'm just importing on the first line, importing the creating the object over here. Now I'm issuing the es.search. Do you see the items over here, right? Now I'm just want to comment it out and just show you only few lines. We just ran the command, right? This command. I'll just show you the command here. Get the index name, the type name, type, and something called underscore dot. Can you see here?
Yes.
So not underscore dot underscore search. The alternative command over here is the es.search. I'm just saying the index name alone over here. Not even type is required generally. These days I remove the type completely. So let's execute and see what is it. We have session 03, right? Let's see how it comes here. This is not required. Let me run the program. Python 3. Yes. Do you see the result got printed over here?
Yeah, Hari.
I'm just pasting the result to the browser. I'm just making it to the browser level. Can you see my Kibana here again, back again?
Yes.
I already copied the content from the terminal. I'm just pasting the content over here, nothing much. Or maybe just paste it in the JSON viewer. There's some problem, I guess. Maybe let me print it. Get session 03. Can you see the result over here, right? This is the result we also got from the shell. Mm. You see, right? Took 30 seconds. Timeout equal to false. The index ID. You see the items on the right hand side too. Whatever we copied from the terminal is matching the result coming in the Kibana dev tool. Do you see the similarity here, right?
Yes.
Whatever we did in the Kibana dev tools, we are able to do the same operation using the Python. Now we are comfortable with Python, right? Python is not too complex, right? Compared to what we thought, it's simple for you, right?
Yeah, Hari. So as of now, I understood. I mean, like initializing the variables and creating the function, but I had to do practice once.
Yeah, yeah. So let's keep a pause for today. We will resume from Monday because Monday will be seeing a little bigger program. Maybe we'll spawn to 10 lines. Maximum number of lines, what you have to understand is maximum 10 lines. Till now we saw like 2 3 lines, right? So Monday we will just see like for 10 lines. Maybe that is the maximum number of lines you will just see in Python. So that will help you to index a list of CSV file content into the Elasticsearch in a single shot. Clear, right?